Okay, so if you want to learn how you can get to £10,000 a month in property, I'm going to explain step by step exactly how I did it, the skills, the systems, the blueprints, the tools, and resources you need to do it within 5 minutes. And if you want to know and have the step by step blueprint yourself, you can get that when you join a community and attend one of our events. So just go to the first link in the bio to get a ticket to one of our events. So £10,000 a month in property. Let's break that down straight away, and we'll break it down into two ways. Right, we're gonna break it down into so many different ways because there's so many ways you can do this. And it's funny because I just came off the back of a call where someone was saying this to me. I didn't correct them, but essentially the whole phrase is the fact that there's no such thing as passive income, only income that is passive off the back of someone else's activity. So I'll say that for you one more time. There's no such thing as passive income, only income that is passive off the back of someone else's activity. So let's look at it. Let's figure out how to do this. Active, ACT is for act, PAS is for passive. So look, we're looking at two scenarios. So you could make 10K per month in active income and zero in passive income, and you would make 10K per month. You would just need to work every month for your 10K. Or you could make 0K in active income and you can make 10K in passive income. Now, we really want to be somewhere in the middle. It's always in the middle where you want to be. We want to be somewhere between 0 to 10K and somewhere between 0 to 10K. So what's the perfect optimal? Let's just look at easy 5K active, 5K passive. Now let's break that down. That becomes a lot more easy. Okay, how do I get to 10K per month in property? 5K per month active income, 5K per month passive. So let's look at the active first, because it's very easy. So active, I would say the best way to make 5K per month active income is by selling deals the standard way. Find an opportunity that's investable, either for rent or for buy, passing it on to an investor. They pay you standard sourcing fee, that's £3,000. So I'd be looking to sell 1 to 3 deals per month to get my active. 1 to 3 deals. And I say 1 to 3 deals because maybe I sell one by myself, I get 3K. Maybe I split one and a half or 1.5K. Then maybe I get a small retainer on the last deal. On an easy deal, I just make a middleman's middle, make £500. That's 3 deals in a month. One of them I went all the way. Two I did half. Third I basically did nothing, but I got 5K. So that's 3 deals, 3K, 1.5, 0.5. That's my 5K active. Now, how am I going to break down my 5K passive? Now, look, this is the thing. Passive income, ironically or not ironically, is harder to acquire than active income. Why? Because usually a lot of activation energy has to be put into a deal to become active. Now, I'm not going to talk about the best deals I've ever done. I've been able to achieve this between 1 to 3 deals, and you can definitely do that in 1 to 3 deals with Airbnbs. You can do that if you want to go through Airbnbs, you do. But if you want to get one Airbnb, you're looking at between 5 to 10K. So essentially, we're really going to be in the region of what I basically think you need for this is you need to invest between at the low end 30K and plus time. So 30K plus time because an Airbnb is active effort, or 50K passive into what we call social housing deals. So for you to take advantage for that, you would be instead of sourcing your deals to a traditional investor that does Airbnb, you would now source your deals to a social housing provider that gives you opportunity to also invest in the deals. What or you take on 20-ish passive deals where you get 250 per month. This is like the upper range. You're gonna be anywhere between 3 to 5K. We're looking at between, let's make it very simple for you. I'll put it right here. Depends on how much money and time you've got. If you're putting absolutely no money in, probably 20 deals. If you're putting a lot of money in, a lot of time, let's call it more realistically 5 to 20 deals. Now, 5 to 20 deals sounds like a lot, but if you think about in this scenario, doing 1 to 3 deals per month, if you can either maintain that or double it or switch it, and now do 1 to 3 deals per month that are passive deals, then it's only going to take you, let's take the midpoint at 2, it's only going to take you about 12 months. If you do 2 deals, that adds £250. 2 deals, 12 months, and you get to 5K per month. So essentially, within 12 months of focused effort, you could be making 10K per month in property. Very, very reasonable. Now, that all sounds well and good. Let's say you've completely never heard of any of this. What are investors? What are landlords? What is social housing? What is service accommodation? What is Airbnb? Maybe you're wondering that. Let me just give you a quick overview. So you are the ace, you're the one, you're the deal maker, the deal progressor. So you make the deals happen. You are the man or the woman in the middle. You're the ace, the king of queen. Need landlords, aka vendors, if we're selling properties, because these are quote unquote, obviously we build relationships. It's not just about the deal, it's about the relationship, but these are our relationships are our source of deals. Then we have investors, clients, buyers, anybody who is willing to pay you, which in whichever form for a deal. So I've got investors, clients, and I've got buyers. I've got people I provide deals to. They sell me those, pass me those 3K one-time fees. I've got people I provide deals to, and they now give me that passive income, 500, 1,000, so on and so forth per month. Then I've got people who I package these opportunities to, and they invested in them as partners. So I've got everything. But basically, these people bring the cash. They've got the cash, whether it's from their savings, it's from their business, whatever it is. They've got the cash. They want to leverage it into these. Plus, you. They believe in you and they believe in the deals. So they want to invest in the deals. More importantly, they want to do it through you. So let's talk about the first thing that we spoke about, really going into depth here. The active income is the simplest strategy let's talk about my market that I focus in rent to rent, service accommodation, social housing, support living. Finding a company let is what we call it. It's a bad word. They don't like that word. Don't use that. Company let property from a landlord or an agent. LL is for landlord, AGE is for agent. Then you pass that on to typically an investor, someone who's already operating an Airbnb. They've got 2 to 4 properties, hopefully more. They've proof of concept and they're looking to scale. You pass the deal on to them. Investor. Investor says, thank you so much for spending your time building your relationships and your connections and doing the work that I wasn't prepared to do. Here's £3,000. That is step one. That's a whole source. That's a whole system. People become millionaires just doing that. Just doing that, you can become a millionaire. You just have to be really good at your relationships. Active income. Now, let's talk about, now, a lot of people talk about this, and there's so many forms of information on how to do this active income. I've got a free program which you can learn about this. The next step is where you need specialized training because this is a very lucrative market. You know, when markets are growing, when things are small, you don't hear about them a lot. Recently, I think Bitcoin just hit 100,000. I knew about Bitcoin when it was 8,000. You know, I knew about it back in, not even, it used to be much cheaper, but I knew about it. But basically, the whole point is when opportunities are at their ripest, not a lot of people are speaking about it. It's quiet. That's why it's such a good opportunity. So this second opportunity, not a lot of people are talking about it, this passive income, because they don't want you to have passive income. They don't want you to be in Southeast Asia writing on a whiteboard, teaching people how to make £1,000 a day with your passive income. They don't want that. Why would they want that? They don't want that. So that is all about having da 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 da. So the first was an Airbnb, which can also be a supported living which can also be what we're about to talk about. So it can be Airbnb, which I call SA. I'm not going to call it Airbnb anymore. That's disrespectful. It's SA. SA stands for service accommodation. Get your key terms up. Get your terminology up. SA, SL, or SH, as I coined the triple S, triple S, triple S. We source to the triple S. You get it. Now, passive income, you need an SHP. What's an SHP? These are new terms. Even I didn't know about these terms when I was starting. That is a social housing provider. Where do I find a social housing provider, Ace? I'm looking all around. I can't find someone to JV. You're looking at one. I'm a social housing provider. Partner with me. Click the link in the bio. Come to the physical event, digital event. Get the opportunity to change your life. £1,000 a day property system. Link in bio. www.acmservices.com/tickets. Tickets. So you've partnered up with a social housing provider and they give you the opportunity through a variety of ways, either by sourcing deals. So you just source your deals and that's your opportunity to get some cash flow from sourcing deal. Instead of taking your 1K, 2K, 3K, you take your 100, your 200, your 300 per month. And the thing is, if you times all those figures by 12, 100 times 12 is about 1.2, which is 1K. 10, 20% for your weight. 200 times 12 is 2.4, 20% for your weight. 300 times 12, 360, 20% for your weight. But that's if it only goes for 1 year. Usually these agreements go on for longer, 1 to 3 years. So you're really, when you stack this cash flow, you're really getting an opportunity to change your life. And really, what the whole strategy, the whole point, the whole game to complete this level is active plus passive, which in reality looks like source one plus keep one. What does that mean? What does that mean? It means you become an expert at finding these good opportunities for SA. I was going to say Airbnb, SA, supported living, social housing. You've become amazing at sourcing the triple S. Then you get your fees in, your 3Ks, your one-time fees, but then you're also partnering with your social housing provider, your best friend Ace. You're investing your money into deals to turn your 5Ks into £500 per month. Then you're also sourcing deals for free and you're adding 200, 150, 100 to 300 per month. You're doing creative negotiations and you're getting free cash flow deals. You're adding 100 to 300 per month. And you're sourcing one, keep one, sourcing one, keep one. So if you do a deal, let's say a deal every 2 months for the sake of argument, 6 months, a deal every 2 months, you do 6 deals a year. You've done 12 deals. You've sourced half, you've kept half, you've made in fees. We did 5K for free, times it by 2, 10K in fees. This is perfect maths. And you've kept 200 times by 6, about 1K per month. So look, you haven't got to 10K per month in 1 year, but you've got to your first £10,000 from property and you've got your £1,000 per month. And now you can see the vision. You've been networking, you've been building connections, you've been getting your knowledge up, you've been consuming products of knowledge, but you've also been out in the field networking, building relationships. And for that, a deal every 2 months, which is if you're taking this seriously, that's not very active. I might close 6 deals this week. I might close 6 deals this week from my stuff last week. That's not to talk about the new stock. So to do a deal every 2 months, a deal every 60 days, when we're looking to do 6 deals this week, 6 deals in 6 days, you can definitely achieve that. So to say in your first month, sorry, it's not £10,000 per month, it's 10K plus 1K per month. And then your next 2 years, 3 years, you get to 10K per month. How long it takes? It took me about 3 years, 2 to 3 years. With guidance, I could probably get someone there quicker, 1 to 2. But if you're gonna go the slow and steady path, this way you're gonna. So that is how I would get to 10K per month in property. Essentially, if you want to know all about this, so this whole system how to find the landlords, how to find investors, how to find the clients, how to find the buyers, how to source the deals, the templates, contracts, the resources, the compliance, all the boring stuff, HMRC, anti-money laundering, professional indemnity insurance, data protection, ICO, being part of the redress scheme, all of that boring stuff. If you go to the first link in this video, you go to www.asmservices.com/tickets, then what you can get is you can get a ticket to our in-person events, a ticket to our digital events, one or the other, in-person or digital. Then you get access, if you buy a ticket to an event, you get access to the free course, which breaks down every single thing about landlords, investors, clients, how to find them, how to source them, the contracts, resources, all of that. Then you can also have a one-to-one call with me to talk about where you're at and how quickly you can achieve that goal. And you can get that all for £50. What a deal. Pinky at www.acemservices, that's .com slash slash tickets. And what you get for that is you get ticket to an event, can be digital or physical. The dates will be on the page, digital or physical. And if you want to come to a physical deal, we'll actually do you 2 tickets for £30. No, that's not 2 tickets per person, £30. That's 2 tickets for £30 for a physical, but you have to come in person. You have to leave your house. If it's digital, it's £50. So one for 50, one for 50, 2 for 30. No, not 2 for 30 times 260, 2 for 30, £15 per person. And you still get the course on how to do all of this, the system, Ace Deal Sourcing course. And you get a one-to-one call with me on how to implement. All for one for £50, or if you come to our in-person event with a friend, you can get 2 tickets for £30, which is 15 per person. So all you need to go is www.asmservices.com/tickets. Probably gonna write that one more time. www.asmservices.com/tickets. Get the event, the course, and the one-to-one conversation. £50 if you're a solo. If you've got a partner, you got a friend, got anybody, then £15 per person. We will never run a deal like this again. This, by the time you're clicking that link in the bio, this might have already been sold out. But if it's still available, www.asmservices.com/tickets with an S, and you get access to our event. We do physical and digital. We've done a digital one, which is a training, and the training is on how to implement the course. And you get the course itself for thousands of pounds. You'll get an opportunity to get a course, an event, and then a one-to-one conversation with me on how to get to your number as quick as possible. So if you're interested in the £1,000 a day property system, it does get to 10K per month. It does go further. I'm aware that it definitely goes to at least $1 million a week. I know people taking advantage of it at that scale. So if you want to start, get your first £10 per day, £100 a day, start build it up, then definitely go to www.asmservices.com/tickets. Should be the first link in the bio. Thank you so much. See you on the other side of an Abdul Kareem from Ace Investment Properties.